Okay, good morning, Mr. Albert.
Good morning, Mr. Agus.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. Never better for this today.
Okay, I am is examiner in speaking test. Okay, I already start part one. Do you any hobbies?
Of course, I have hobbies. Yeah? In my spare time, I enjoy doing sport, particularly playing football. And sometimes I get reading some books or manga. And another time, I like to watching movie.
Okay, when did you first develop this hobby?
I think since I was at junior high school, I love to playing football because I good enough in playing football. And the part of the best moment of playing football, I became one of a member of school team to play in competition. Another hobby like reading, I would say that I start reading very early because my dad encouraged me to never get lost the books.
Okay, what are some of advantages of having a hobby?
Consider that people should should have an interest hobby because it helps us to relieve our stress and keeping us engaged in something which we really enjoy doing when we are going to through a tough time. I think having a hobby is an important because uh, it it can be enjoy a better social life and a stronger bond about people around of us. And finally, it also helps us to get rid about our boredom life and our monotone activity like routine work schedule. So it has several advantages that we can feel in daily activity.
How much time do you spend on your hobby?
Uh, I, I don't really sure about how much time I spare my hobby, especially playing football. I'm playing football in accidentally. It means that if I have time, I play football. I play football in weekend uh, with workmates and another hobby like reading. I have time maybe about 1 hour before go to the bed. I always read a book and article to build up my material to I give to my student. So my presentation become more rich and more interest to the students.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Albert. Okay, next part two. I give you paper and in this paper is question. I give you
Okay.
1 minute to write notes and 2 minutes to explain the answer. Do
Okay.
you already?
Okay.
Okay, starting from now. Okay, stop. You can explain from not. Okay, start from now.
Okay, thank you for choosing this nice tutor topic for me. The country in which I live indeed has several number of people or person who have worked and help people tirelessly. Today, I would like to talk about one such a person who essential has become to the multicultural representative of Indonesian culture. The person I'll talking about is very popular, known as Butet Manurung. Butet Manurung was born in Jakarta, February 21, 1972. She is a pioneer of alternative education for indigenous people in isolated area of Indonesia. Now she has been lived in Canberra, Australia with her family and two children. She initiated the first pilot school in Orang Rimba. We call it Jungle School. A tribe who lives in Jambi, Bukit 12 National Park, Sumatra. She developed the method to teach in Sekolah Rimba about half anthropology and mixture to the reading, writing, and counting while living with her pupils for several months. The system was combined by taking into consideration their behavior, pattern, and combined with teaching strategy. Once once it had been systematically structured, she developed scoring bus system
Okay, stop.
and
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abed. Then part three, I want to give you question. Question one, what type of service such as libraries or higher center who live in your area? In your area.
uh, now I'm living in Medan, a big city that is have several public area like health center, shopping center, and it is quite easily to access it.
Okay. Question two, do you think there are enough of them?
I think although there are several public service in my city, there is not enough for another several public area like library. We have only two library and it's only open at the weekend. So government, the government, I think, or the governor has to expand the public area like library, maybe about the number and about the space and flexibility to the people to visit not only weekend because the library have the library has stored much book and many books that can be encourage people and enrich people to their future development.
Okay. Question three, which group of the people generally need most support in a community? Why?
I suppose people with disability, pregnant women, and elderly people need some pay attention uh, for the community because these groups are particularly vulnerable and susceptible to wide range of people. So when the elderly people like 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 uh, like loss of sight maybe or loss of hear, so the elderly people in example are subject as related with problem. So they need much care and community must hand of them.
Okay. Question 4. What do you think should pay for the service that are available to the people in a community?
I think both government and individual or citizens should have responsibility to pay the service community because there is a lot of burden for government. So the citizen must share the burden with pay the public area or public services.
Okay. Last question. Shall it be in the government or individual people?
Like I said before, that uh, both of government, both of government and individual must share to pay the public services because the government has extra burden to for many expenditures that that tax cannot fully cover. So I think that individual people must share the government burdens by pay individual for community for public services.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Alfred. Thank you for
O-
your time in test speaking. Okay.
Okay, thank you.